3, 4, 5.
What are you doing? Come on. So here I'm officially with Jezza after a good game of bowling.
Yeah, Andrew didn't win any of it.
Any words on your one win? Any words on your one win? And your 2 defeats?
Ah! I think we'll swing for her in a minute.
Right, so we're off to the club now to see what's going on. Any questions?
Yeah, can you get rid of this annoying
stuff? After the game, spoke to them and today, just before we went out training, and I said, during your career, you're gonna have one of these, no matter who you play for, whether you start off your 18s at Man United or someone. I can still remember I bought one playing United and under 16s or under 17s with 4 or 5 more, and it hurts just as much. And it never ever, you can never ever take away that. And I know when I looked at every one of those lads at the end of the game that they'd given their all. And for me, that was the most important thing. And I knew it weren't good enough that night. I knew that we didn't play to our maximum levels, but effort-wise, the togetherness they've got, I knew that they were hitting just as much as anybody else. So I made it a point to just go back to something which happened to me a while back now. When looking back, it feels even longer now when I look at that and see goals I was scoring a few years ago. And it was when I first went back, I'd left Bolton to go to Newcastle, and there was a lot of hoorah between the two clubs, and I was going back, and a lot of the fans weren't really happy with how it all had ended. But they gave me a fantastic reception. I was going back home, my family was there. I had about 30 family at the game. All the people at the ground were, I'm delighted you're back. We hope that you have a great game, but we hope you win. We want you to score an hat-trick, but we win 4-3. All that, everything, all the well wishes, just so lovely. And I remember, I think it was must have been about 15, 20 minutes in. I've only gone and give a freaking penalty away, haven't I? And I'm thinking, oh Jesus. And then we end up getting beat 5-1, and it just felt like that day. Every time Bolton attacked, they scored, and it was just when I was standing on that touchline for them lads. I know exactly what they were feeling. You just feel that you can't get close to anyone. And I'm talking about Bolton Wanderers and Newcastle United here, both Premier League clubs. So we're talking about the League Two, and we were talking about the gap. I was talking about with Carlos after the game about the gap. So what happens when you're in the Premier League and I've been on many hidings when I've been in the Premier League, being at Bolton, going to Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea at the time. You know, I remember going 1-0 up at Chelsea and he scored with about, I think about 40 seconds gone from a corner to make sure that we put things right up as soon as possible.
I have to say I find it quite disappointing that the season we're having and the job that you've done since you came in last January, that the first 10 minutes we've been talking about one game. So you will get a chance to ask some questions to Kev in a bit, but let's part Swansea. Let's forget that. Let's raise a glass to a great cup run that unfortunately ended quite sadly on Tuesday night, and let's move on. So it's been brilliant, hasn't it? I mean, since you came in, coming into a club, 10 straight defeats. There were county fans looking for short pieces of rope just before you came in. It's been an incredible turnaround, and I know it's not been single-handedly because you mentioned Tono. But what do you feel in that first year has been your biggest achievement from that side that we're losing every week and getting battered every week to where we are now?
Well, I think the biggest achievement I've had was the fact that everyone, you know, when you sort of stay up on the last day, everyone calls it the Great Escape, and it was a great escape. That was a great escape what we've done last year. I think there's no team who's done it on 10 losses on the spin and then change it and then be so safe and be so, you know, well, safe so early. And it was the change in mentality and the belief of the lads, which was the most, you know, well, important thing for me. Was looking at lads and they were understanding what we're trying to do, as well as wanting to do it. You know, it's quite easy when it's going wrong for anyone to jump ship, for anyone to throw an injury in. And I must say, in the first week or two, we sat down, and that's why we got rid of most of the players. That I did. Well, that was most of them, because there was only 18 in the squad at the time. When they were 23, we think we ended up with 18. We had to get a couple in on the final day, didn't we? But no, I got rid of 4 or 5 players, as you well know. A lot of people questioned it, but I just felt that they, you know, no matter if you were bad lads or they were contributing to the team, what you need is when people are not, you know, when
celebration.
To be quite honest, it was in like one of these establishments where it actually comes to fruition when we realised that my best friend who I went to nursery with and went through all school with, and I still, you know, he lives down in Essex still now, so he moved to London with me, he moved to Newcastle with me. We realised when we were in a club one night, and he was just in the middle of the dance floor. He'd had a few too many, shall we say, and he was dancing like a chicken. So basically all the lads said, that's what you've got to look like when you score a goal, you've got to look a dickhead as well. And unfortunately I scored quite a few goals, so unfortunately I looked a dickhead, but I was delighted that I was scoring a goal. So fortunately it became quite famous.
Okay then guys, any more hands? I've got one at the back, just give me a second.
But I don't think he's got, well he hasn't, has he? Not yet. He hasn't. No, he's got no real desire at the moment, but we'll be having a discussion with a few, you know, the few lads who are out of contract. We'll be having the discussion about that. But yeah, definitely, he's a great lad. I've got on so well with him, and he's already done his A licence, which is great. So yeah, I think there's that's well a possibility. Yeah.
Guys, anybody else? Good show of hands. Here we go.
Listen, I think because of the way we recruited and the way last year, I think our 2 best players, you know, Rob Wilson got Player of the Year when they come in. Opie was in fine form. We had such a really good array of talent in that side. That was probably the strongest point, and I think we're still quite strong in there. So for me to get to that scratch, it'd take a lot of hours away from me in the office. I will continue to sign for Notts because I don't really want to hang up my boots. I don't really want to be known as, so I will keep signing, and maybe that day might come one day. But as for the foreseeable future, I can't really see it, I must admit.
I don't know whether to be pleased about that answer or not, but there you go.
No one else could dream of. And then you go to Newcastle and you've got, well, I played with some just fabulous footballers. But technically gifted, there was one person up there and he could just put it on a shoestring every time, and it felt like, you know, wherever you was on the pitch, he could just put it within wherever you wanted it. It would have been Fernando Hierro. He was by far one of the most intelligent footballers on and off the field that I've ever come across, and I learned a whole lot off him in 6 months. But it was absolutely fabulous for me. Fabulous.
Okay.
Promotion, whereas this year was about consolidating. So we do have that consolidating year. I think it's not always a terrible thing, but because where we are, we've got to have a goal and really have a good goal of getting promoted now. And then it'll be about consolidating in League One. Once we consolidate in League One, it's about them building for the future to try and get into the championship. But why can't we do it? Bournemouth have done it. There's a lot of teams have done it. No, yeah. Listen, I've just told you, haven't I want to do it.
Right, okay, let's move on. Any more questions?
And aside, just get me whatever he's drinking. I'll have
Anybody else? Here we go.
Okay, this might upset a few people, but you are linked, or you're tipped to be a big manager, big name manager, Premier League manager. Is there a player at Notts who's got that, who you can see it in?
Listen, we've got a lot of good lads. Whether they can go right to the top is down to them, and everything what we talked about earlier on, attitude, application. There's a lot of people in our team with a lot of good qualities, and you need it all. Whether they can go right to the top from now, it will be tough, but there's not. I wouldn't like to name because I wouldn't want to put them under any pressure, but I do really feel that we've got a good array of lads, so 2 or 3 lads who are field that can hold their own, definitely in the League Iron, definitely in the Championship, and even if given opportunity, could even break their way into that Premier League, yeah. Especially with how I feel the Premier League's gone different over the last 5 years. Okay, Kevin, you've got to believe it. I've got to believe that I'm going to give them the time. All I've got to do is just try and keep getting there. You know, if we're clear between me and Alan what's the right thing and what we want to do to make sure that we sustain Notts County going the right way, if we're clear in my mind, then there's no reason for us to ever lose sight of that. The thing is now, a lot with social media, with a lot of pressure, whether they can hold the nerve when you're going through that tough time is the big question. I can't answer that. That's something what Alan will have to answer for you. I mean, when everything's going well, he's going to tell you that he'll never sack me. If I lose 4 on the spin and you're asking the same question, he might start up and laughing. But what I will say is that I hope that that he sees that how much I will be given, and it'll never change, and it never changes whether we win a game or we win 4 games on the spin. It doesn't change. We believe in what we're doing, we believe in how we're building the club, we believe in where we're going, and we've got to do that and continue to work to that, to make us successful, and if we do that, we believe in it. It can't be worse than Atkinson. Any worse than that, someone needs to think of? No. Well, that's right up there, yeah. Atkinson's an absolute shithole. And they moan about our away dressing room, the cheeky leaders as well.
Kev, what about favourite ground? What's the best one you've played on?
Well, I played at the Alliance in Germany. We drew 2-2 there. Against Bayern Munich. Played at obviously the Emirates. Scored there. Old Trafford scored there. Anfield scored there.
And still didn't get picked for him. Crazy.
White Hart Lane scored there. Owen scored there. Anybody else? Park, that was
Go on, say to me on me.
Alan Shearer. You know, to pick one of them, I think it's really tough. Frank Lampard, John Terry, Ronaldo. I give him 10 minutes. 10 minutes after coming on, I give him a penalty. Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
You know, you've got all these greats who are playing like I was so lucky to play in that era, and when you quite look at it, it's probably the reason why I didn't get that cap, because we had such an array of talent. And if you think about it, underneath that was Michael Carrick, Joe Cole, Jermaine Jenas. You know, we had lads who, you know, couldn't get nowhere near it. James Nolan now, who's been there since he was a young lad. You know, it's a listen, I'm not ashamed to admit that I threw a few bad challenges in that career of mine. Probably one of the worst that I got a yellow card for. I think was it told to you, Martin, the other day? Robbie Savage. Let me tell you, just before you clap, and I'll tell you that I'll go through the actual thing of it in a minute, but he is actually quite a nice lad off the field. But on it, he was an absolute twat. I'll say it. Toss it then, we'll go with toss it. And the ball's coming between us. I'm at Bolton, he's at Blackburn, and obviously a bit of a fierce rivalry between us. Speedo's obviously, God rest his soul, we're a very good friend of mine at the time. He knows Sav, you know, I know Sav through Speedo mainly. And the ball's come between us, and I think Sav thinks that I'm going to look out and he's going to be able to just bully me because I'm only young at the time. And I have gone in proper, and I have spun, and he's spun around a couple of times, good couple of times. And I've jumped up and I've gone, get up, I haven't fucking touched you. And the referee's grabbed hold of me and all the Blackburn players around me. I'm going, I haven't touched him.
Sorry.
He's on the floor, so I'm obviously drunk and everything of it. And as the referee's pulling away, he went, what the fucking tackle was? And when I put, I'm going to have to give you the yellow card. Give me the yellow card, so yeah, even he didn't like Sav, so I got away with it. Okay guys, any more questions? I mean, just loves football. But my always thing in football is that kids are given too much too soon now. So I quite like him. All I ever say to my boy, whenever he's going training, or if he doesn't want to go training, I'll never ever force him to go. But I know he's a bit older, but even when he gets to 14, 15, there's nothing what you can do. All you've got to do is make sure that they enjoy every minute of it. Because once you start not enjoying football, I feel that's when everything becomes mature, and then you fall out of love with football. And I think at the minute, I think there's too many people forcing the kids to do too much too soon. You know, I have kids come to me when I was playing at Newcastle and West Ham in the Premier League. They go, well, I play for Man United, you only play for West Ham. Okay, yeah, see you in 15 years, kid. You're shit. But yeah, I think it's just enjoying football first and foremost, because if you enjoy it and you've got a talent, there's plenty of people out there who can nurture it and can make sure you can go there and you can get there. And then when you get there, it's about having your attitude and your dedication, because at some point your dedication is going to come into play, and that's when you've got to say no to all your friends about going out on the park and drinking 2020 or drinking Dynamite or drinking all the drinks that you can get now. You've got to be able to stay strong. Okay. Involved, we're the ones who bring in and send out to everybody. To get Mason was a real coup for us, you know, and the most important thing is whoever we bring in, they've got to want to come, and the attitude what Mason showed us about coming and wanting to get here, you know, the determination to get the deal done was absolutely fantastic for us. So hopefully we can help him now in his development, and that's what we've hopefully got him here for now, to help him in his development. When he does go back to Derby, he is a better player and touching the first team even more. And if not, hopefully he's got us to where we want to go as well. And if we're where we want to go, then there's not that much distance between us, and hopefully if he's not going to be involved
he can come back to us and we can continue that. And that's what we want to do. We want to build relationships with everyone around us, because that's, you know, where all the talent is. We understand that, you know, we're a club up and coming, and what we want to do is get all the best youngsters who are not involved directly with the first team, but are you know, ones for the future, and we want to progress their talent as well as now starting to bring our talent up and getting them as close as possible. And that's what we're working on, and that's what the two lads standing up there, they're our academy now, and they're the ones now revamping all that, so that we'll have hopefully a thriving academy which is going to be thriving with the first team in 3 to 5 years, where they will get the time to do it. It's got to sleep on a match day, on a week, but what we've got to try and do is try and be clear in our minds and what it is, and it's just another game, you know, and it's 3 points. I know everything else is about bragging rights and everything else about that, but what I try and do, when I was a player, I used to focus on the fact that there was going to be a bigger battle, because you're going to have to battle and scrap a bit more, because it is a derby and there is that pride in it. As a manager, what I've got to do is try and make sure that the players don't get too involved and don't get too highly emotional, so that they do something silly and kick someone up the arse or something like that, you know, which I've had already this season. So the most important thing for us is to making sure that what we do is that we keep our players in a cool state of mind, because I feel, you know, as when we had Lincoln here, you know, we were the cooler team. That's why their man got sent off. That's why we were able then to take the game to them, and why we done it before at our place. And when Mansfield come, that's what I'll be repeating, you know, reiterating to the boys. You know, at the end of the day, we've got to try and treat it as a normal game. Although we know it's not, we've got to make sure that our emotions are kept intact. And yeah, I'm surely hoping that we do batter Mansfield. I really do. It'll be nice to stick one over Steve Evans, definitely.
So as you may know, last night me and Jezza went to town last night to see Kevin Nolan for the Q&A. Got the chance to ask him some questions. Got the chance to go up, meet him, get a photo with him. He's a decent bloke. He's doing a great job in charge of Notts County. I wish him all the best in his managerial career. He was a great player, but also I hope he's very, very successful as a manager as well. And I hope he goes a long way with Notts County as well. Hopefully get him a few promotions and also become a big manager and win a few titles. All the best, Nolan.